Hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome back. And if this is your first time joining me, my name is Caleb. I'm an empath, a psychic, and an oracle of sorts. And I deliver messages for the divine. Welcome to Full Mental Alchemy. I'm going to do a tarot reading for you today. Not sure what the message is going to be about just yet. I haven't pulled any cards. In fact, I'm still kind of setting things up. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful moment in time. Thank you for being here, sharing your energy with me, allowing me to read your energy for you. Yeah, I want to invite only entities of the highest order to deliver this message so that we can provide some guidance, clarity, and confirmation for the people watching this video. Please remember that these messages are general, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. I recommend that you take what does resonate and just discard the rest. Leave it for whoever it does resonate for. But let's take a gander. What's the energy today? What are we feeling? I feel like there's someone in your energy. I've just been like feeling that a lot today. We got a lot of fucking cards. We have multiple realities. Celestial movements. Oh wow. And non-ordinary action. Oh, I'm hearing you're in between worlds. Like you're in a weird like limbo space. And that might sound strange, but I feel like that's gonna make sense. I'm gonna read multiple realities and celestial movements. Again, I'm gonna do the thing again where we read the third one last, like at the end of the video. All right. Multiple realities. The gate is open for everyone to pass through it. The boundary between the worlds is weakening. Passage is allowed, and it opens up endless possibilities and countless realities that go beyond our own. We are a grain of sand in the infinite hourglass of time. The voice of our ancestors is in the air around us. We can hear it in a sacred silence. Spirits of all times and places provide their inspiration. The oracle says, you are in contact with forces that are beyond your comprehension, but that also offer you other perspectives. The obstacle to the full vision is only within you. I'm actually not going to read celestial movements yet. We're gonna come back to that. These are, I feel like we're just going to speak to different aspects of this energy as we go along. Let's see. What deck should we use? You know, we haven't used the light visions in a minute, so let's go with those for now. We'll start here. I might go back to the Trickster's Journey. I've been really loving that deck recently. Finally allowing myself to have that that beginner's mindset to a new deck. I've had that deck for like 6 months now, if not longer, and it took me a while to really incorporate it into my readings because there was just so much information about them, and they kind of look at tarot in a slightly different way than I feel like other decks do. So I was very intimidated, but I don't know. We're in a new world now, or we're about to be. I don't know. Multiple realities. It feels like there's this energy of having walked through the threshold, really dancing in between your old life and your new life. That might resonate for someone. The number 7 could resonate. It's kind of a number about it's like a mental number. It is also a lucky number. Think 777 in relation to casinos and stuff. But when I see 777, to me, it's more like an up-leveling in consciousness more than anything. If 6 is the number to come into oneness with yourself, 7 almost feels like the reward of that, seeing the results of your actions. Sometimes. Or it could be there's something that needs to be not brought to your awareness to be worked through, but it's almost like bringing recognition to yourself in a way. I don't know why I felt the need to go into that, but hey, someone might have needed to hear that. So let's get into the tarot. What are we talking about here with the multiple realities card? We have the 8 of Wands. Yeah. Again, it feels like you're walking through that threshold. You're stepping into a new life, which in turn might be bringing like new things to you in some sort of way. What those things are, I'm not exactly sure. We'll pull more in a minute, but well, actually, yeah. What is the Eight of Wands? What is the movement that's taking place here? What are we speaking to? The Lovers. Interesting. The Seven of Wands. I don't know if I recorded the intro to this video before I started this one, and I accidentally sat on my like clicker thing to start the video, so it ended, and I was like, oh. So I don't know what I said, but I think it was in the last video. I said, it feels like there's someone in your energy. No, that was this one. Whatever, Caleb. It feels like there's someone in your energy. With the Lovers and the Seven of Wands, it almost feels like the readiness to face a challenge with someone. Let's get a little more, actually. Why not? We'll take our time with this spread. Oh, I saw the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Wands. Wow, a lot of wand energy. This is crazy. We've seen the 8, the 7, the 10, and the 9. Along with the Lovers, it's like there's a lot of passion behind this. But the Nine of Wands tells me that like you could, if I don't know, I'm really stuck on that feeling that there's someone in your energy. It feels like there's someone that might be like in this Nine of Wands energy, ready to come to you. Canopsia, the haunting emptiness of something. Interesting. The haunting emptiness. I wish I saw what the rest of that word was. Canopsia or canopsia. Feel free to look that up and leave it in the description. The Empress. Huh. Okay, hold on. We're gonna pull some more. Let's look at the past energy to see how this might resonate for you. The Queen of Chalices. The Ace of Wands. The Seven of Chalices. I mean, we keep seeing sevens. So Queen of Chalices, Ace of Wands, Seven of Chalices. It almost feels like you are, there might have been some kind of situation that inspired you to take better care of yourself, to dream bigger. The Six of Wands, yeah, to prioritize your peace. And because you did that, it's bringing in this lover energy. It could be, is this someone of the past or a new person? Because there's like that weird, with the multiple realities, it almost feels like you're tempting someone to walk through this new reality with you. The King of Wands. Yeah. Loki. Hold on. King of Wands. What else? The Five of Chalices. The Emperor, the Three of Swords, the Emperor, the Knight of Chalices. Yeah, it seems like there was some kind of heartbreak in the past with this person. Someone that, with the King of Wands, either they had some kind of vision for your future or you did, and it caused you some fucking pain, some heartbreak, and you've had to like process that, work through that pain. And this Emperor. Let's learn more about the Knight of Wands here. What is this speaking to? Or the Knight of Chalices, sorry. What aspect of the Knight of Chalices are we looking at? The Fool. The Fool and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so it feels like this person maybe was still... Oh. Is this for you or the... I'm kind of looking at you as the divine feminine in the way the Empress came out. And it was kind of just sitting over the Nine of Wands here. So I feel like this is kind of a feminine, masculine sort of thing. Whether you resonate with divine feminine or not is up to your interpretation. You can also flip these roles however you need to. But also, when I say like divine feminine and divine masculine, that doesn't speak to gender. It only speaks to energy. Femininity in spirituality is more about receptiveness, nurturing others, being very open, and the like masculine is a little more logical, a little more rational, more action oriented, taking things into their own hands. But we have both the emperor and the empress. But it feels like this is an emperor in your past that either was on some kind of like new journey, some journey of self-love. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Hanged Man in reverse. I'm not really taking reversals, but I'm telling you, when the Hanged Man comes out in a specific order, oh, I'm getting a call. I hope this doesn't disrupt the audio. Sorry, I'll call you back. The Hanged Man in reverse speaks to a change in perspective. When the Hanged Man is upright, it's like feeling like all the odds are against you. The world is upside down, and when in reality, you're the one that's upside down. But when the Hanged Man is in the upright, it's like coming to terms with this realization and seeing that like your perception was actually wrong the whole time. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it almost feels like there's some kind of like work, or not work, but like this person has something to show for it. Okay, hold on. Let's continue. What's the challenge here? Strength. The Page of Swords. We have the King of Swords, the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Chalices in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse. I'm almost like really drawn to this contrast of the Ten of Chalices in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse, because the Ten of Swords in reverse, usually it speaks to like the pain of the Ten of Swords being over, those swords being falling away, or the pain being made worse by your own actions. But the Ten of Chalices in reverse is almost this like, not unwillingness to accept this like joyous card, but kind of the unwillingness, or not unwillingness. It's like not recognizing that the way to sustain this joyous energy is through community, through leaning on others and having like people to maintain this vibration. You can't, I don't know, you can't build a happy community without a happy community. You know what I mean? Also, when I started this video, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's kind of this energy of like having to build. That was weird. The wind sounded like someone talking. Hold on. No, there's no one here. That was fucking creepy. It sounded like a man's voice. And then we have the Four of Swords in reverse, which that almost feels like a sense of restlessness, an unwillingness to take time to like reflect on things. I'm not sure if this is you or your person's energy. With the King of Swords coming out with these four, it makes me feel like it's your person's energy, or this person that is in your energy. Tell me more about the King of Swords, because with Strength and the Page of Swords, it almost feels like it feels like there's this like, this is the obstacle, the challenge of the spread. So it's like there's someone's having to muster the strength to have a new perspective on what this new reality is, what it means to step into this higher timeline. Like they're trying to have some sort of openness to what is possible. With the King of Swords, I don't know what to get from this, because like there's an aspect to the King of Swords of being like an open communicator, being willing to listen to other people's perspectives, being able to make decisive decisions. Someone with a heavy hand. I don't know fully, but I think we'll figure it out. So That's a challenge. I'm not even going to look at the future yet. I don't want to. I don't think we know enough yet to move forward. Let's look at the conscious goals. I hope you guys have been enjoying the like Celtic cross readings, because honestly, the messages have been coming through so much clearer because I've been committing myself to using better spreads. I should have been doing this like the whole time, but you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. So in the subconscious goals, or not subconscious, the conscious goals, we have the devil in reverse. It feels like, I don't know, it really feels like we're reading on your person's energy. It's like such a weird mix between the two, because like I feel like you have some kind of perspective on this, but all of this feels so detached from you. I don't know. Let's get more. Judgment in reverse. It really feels like in you or your person's mind, like what the devil in reverse calls for, which is to counteract the shadow, or not counteract the shadow, but rather integrate it and stop like treating it like something separate, or like indulging in lower vibrational behaviors like substance abuse or harmful ways of speaking, drinking. I don't know, like those aspects of yourself that kind of hold you back from aligning with your higher self. And with judgment in reverse, it's really telling me that this is like, I'm hearing do or die. Like, and that isn't really like, it's not to say like, if you don't do this, you're gonna die. That's never how I mean that. But it's more like this is kind of the make or break sort of thing, is whether you can overcome this devil energy, release those ties that kind of weigh you down. It's going to determine whether you can walk through this door or not. And I feel like it's your person who is like trying to figure out how to join you in this other reality. The Knight of Pentacles and Justice as well. The Knight of Pentacles with Justice almost makes me feel like this person is really oddly enough in like deep contemplation. I know that these cards don't necessarily indicate that, but the Knight of Pentacles feels like really they're gathering all of the resources that they need to make some sort of decision to maybe like relieve these devil reverse energies. And Justice just tells me that this is like they feel like they have to do this because they didn't have the chance to in the past, or if they don't do this, it would be an injustice. Oh, I don't know. Let's continue. What's in the subconscious? The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords in reverse. I don't know what the Knight of Swords speaks to in reverse. I might have to read on that. The Three of Pentacles. The World. Oh my God. I'm getting an idea from the Knight of Swords reverse, but I don't want to speak before I know. And then we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Oh wow. I mean, overall, what I'm getting from that Five of Wands in reverse coming out is that like there's some kind of conflict that this person wants to resolve, and that involves working with you, working together to resolve this issue, to communicate clearly with the Knight of Swords reverse. That could either feel like a dire need to communicate clearly or like an unwillingness that they're not able to face yet. Let's look. The Knight reversed suggests that your erratic approach is impacting your work and relationships negatively. This card invites you to slow down and temper your compulsions with strategy. Yeah, so that even like kind of doubles down on that message with the Knight of Pentacles, which actually, let's take a look at the Knight of Pentacles. I just want to... It represents the methodical, consistent effort it takes to manifest your vision, even if it feels dull or rote, the practical counterpart to the dreaming page. There's a beauty to the cumulative power of everyday routines. Though it may not feel exciting or glamorous, the Knight assures you that even the most mundane or minor tasks can add up to a meaningful and intentional practice. I feel like this person deep down feels like a little reckless in a way, with the way that they've spent their energy in the past. So now they're making sure that they're taking their time before they come forward to try to resolve whatever the conflict is between you, so that this world energy can really take place. It's like they really, again, with what I was saying about the Knight of Pentacles with justice, it's like this is the make or break it moment. So I want to do this right. I want to take my time and make sure I'm taking all the right steps so that I can create this resolution that I desire. Let's look at the advice. Let's get the advice for you. And, well, I don't know. Because I want to pull, like, we'll pull the advice for them. Whatever. We'll just see what Spirit has to say. Because I don't know that this really, like, impacts you. I'm not getting much from you in this energy. We'll do another spread for you after this. We have the Six of Swords as the advice. Yeah. The Six of Swords is a call to move away. The Four of Chalices, the Ten of Wands. I very much feel like this person is, at least like the universe is trying to like push them into a state of contemplation, trying to make them, which it feels like they're already there, but there might be something that they're missing. There's some kind of blockage that is, I don't necessarily know what is blocking this person. But with the Ten of Wands, I feel like Spirit's ushering them to really take on the challenge. The challenge of like going to a different place. This new reality. I don't know, let's look at the external. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Chalices. Yeah. King of Chalices. The Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, my phone's gonna die soon. I thought about charging it before I started this, and I was like, nah, fuck it, we ball. So we're just gonna make it work. I want to look at the Page of Pentacles, which this isn't the guidebook for these, but it doesn't matter. The page represents an increasing understanding of the material realm and how we want to live in relation to it. This card embodies your excitement and drive when it comes to possible new projects or ventures. Seek mentorship and instruction in your next endeavor so that you're supported in your progress. Hold on. Inverted, the Knight of Wands suggests a loss of control. When the Knight's energy is thwarted by events outside their control, this card indicates a tendency to lash out, whether in impulse or in anger. Instead of being reactive, try to slow down. And with the Four of Pentacles and the King of Chalices, it kind of feels like there's... how do I describe that? They're just attached to the reality they're in, their comfort zone, you know? I almost want to read the King of Cups as well. Why not? We're reading today. The King of Cups represents emotional maturity, being in control of your feelings rather than letting them control you. This card represents the ideal balance between intellect and emotion, knowing and feeling, head and heart. In this place of emotional centeredness, you are fully equipped to make decisions that best serve your well-being. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how this relates to the external world, where this is, because all of these cards feel very internal. But the Four of Pentacles in reverse is kind of, it's like one of those cards that's like over-attachment, possessiveness and such. I almost feel like it's, it kind of feels like this person has some kind of sense of control over the world that's around them, the like reality that they're existing in as of now. And in walking towards this new timeline, I'm going to take my keys out of my pocket. I tried to shift them out of the way and it's still uncomfortable. Walking into this new timeline is a loss of control. They don't know what's going to happen. They don't have any way of predicting what is going to happen on this new way of being in this new world with what have you. So I feel like they're really trying to grapple with where they are. And they might be like talking to their friends with the Page of Pentacles, like trying to get advice about how they should move forward, what they should do. But there's very much this sense of like, they love the feeling of being in control of their environment. Being in control of the way they feel about their environment, actually. That's an interesting distinction. Let's look at the hopes and fears. Which I don't really like that is usually like one pile. I think I'm going to do two piles just to like... We have the Chariot. And for the other... The Queen of Swords, it kind of fell out like tentatively, like on its side. Sorry, I will expand on what I'm thinking in a moment. I just want to wrap my head around this real quick. Because the Queen of Swords in ooh, the Star. I'm just doing these one card at a time for each pile so I can get to the bottom of it. Oh. It's so weird to be afraid of those things. No offense to them. Not trying to be judgmental, but we have the Two of Swords with the Queen of Swords. And then it was the Chariot and the Star. So it's like, as this person looks to this new world that you're stepping into, as you're existing in this limbo space, it's like if they go through this portal, if they walk into this new reality, which isn't like I'm not saying like literally another dimension. It's just existing in a higher way of being, like releasing the energies that keep you in a state of fear or comfort, or like the timeline that you're stepping into is one of growth and expansion. At least that's my assumption from that multiple realities card, is being surrendered to all that is possible by accepting that you have to like be more. With the Chariot and the Star, there's hopes that if they walk into this timeline, they will get everything they've ever wanted and become the person they've always known themselves to be. The Star is a card of like coming into oneness with yourself, allowing every aspect of your personality show, being be that the shadow and the light, all shining beautifully in this like ensemble of existence. I feel like they see that that's possible. But then with the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords, the fear is a little unclear to me. We have the Seven of Swords, that these things are going to be taken from them. There could be like an abandonment wound or some kind of lack of self-confidence, not feeling good enough with the Queen of Swords, like not feeling like if they step into this timeline and they try to share themselves fully and completely, that they won't be understood. And with the Two of Swords, there's like, I don't know. Tell me more about the Two of Swords. What's this indecision about? The Eight of Chalices. That might just be, there's like literally a fear of walking into this timeline as a whole, an indecision around that, not being certain of what could happen, what the cost is going to be with this Eight of Chalices. Interesting. Let's look at the outcome. The Nine of Swords. So it feels like this person is doing the work, working through that fear, walking through the fire of it all, despite the fear, not allowing that fear to take control of them, kind of just standing in the face of the goose. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. We also have the Eight of Chalices, or the Six of Chalices, and the Two of Chalices. Very interesting. I'm a little curious about this Five of Pentacles, what role this plays in this spread here. The Eight of Swords. The Queen of Wands. I think this is going to, in one way or another, because this person is doing that work, going internally, trying to like meet you on this new timeline, they're going to find some sense of contentment. Ellipsism, a deep sadness from realizing you'll what? Ellipsism. Look up that one too. I'm really caught on this Five of Pentacles energy. Because all the cards around it are really positive, but there's this sense of like, I mean, being trapped in this mindset of not feeling good enough, of feeling like you didn't get what you want. Queen of Wands. Let's look at the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands embodies a self-actualized realization or relationship to the world. Your aura of quiet assurance is anchored by the work you have put in to explore and accept your inner darkness, the aspects of self we are hesitant to admit or express, but without which we cannot be our full, authentic selves. Finding your voice and unpacking what it means for that voice to exist in community empowers you to express who you are and advocate for what you need. It could be the sense of like walking through that door and still feeling stuck. like the Queen of Wands almost feels like this need to recognize that once they pass that threshold and do what they need to do to meet you where you are, there's still work that needs to be done, and there's almost like a sense of like feeling ready to give up because of that. Like not seeing that like the healing work is a one size fits all sort of thing, and that it's a process that you're never going to be done with. But the Queen of Wands, I also think there's some aspect of integrating that. Like, it's really complicated. It's really complicated. That's all I can really say. I think they are going to feel out of place in some sort of way. But in the same way, like we have the Six of Chalices and the Two of Chalices, which makes me think that there's like an aspect of them that also, I don't know what the Two of Chalices is really pointing to, whether that's like a union between you two or just a union with themselves. But I think they will feel more in alignment with like their inner child. It'll almost feel nostalgic being in this like energy of freedom and self-assurance. But what comes with that is also being fully open to what your inner child has to offer, which sometimes involves like traumatic responses. And we have to like learn to kind of rewire the way we think about those things, not allow those responses to stop us from living our lives, continuing to grow. I don't know, this person's energy is very complex. That was 40 minutes just trying to get through this. I still want to pull on your energy. Lot to unpack here. I'm shuffling back through just to see if there's anything that we might have missed. Yeah, so it feels like this person sees an opportunity to join you in some sort of way. That may not be physically if you don't want to align with this person. But they're in this place where they recognize what needs to be done, and they're like kind of ready to take on that challenge, or at least they hope that they are. There's like kind of a timid energy to it. Yeah, the challenge is kind of like being open to all the possibilities. And they're scared that they won't get what they want, which is complicated. I don't know if we're going to get into that. Yeah, in the conscious. They want to do the work, though. That's like the biggest thing that we're getting from this, is they want to do the work, but there's just fear that they're having to grapple with, that they're going to work through, I think. But I also think they might have some kind of like unrealistic expectation of what they can do all at once, because healing is a process that takes forever. It's never ending. The work that they need to do is being done, and it's taking them as long as they need, because you have to be patient with yourself. But I think there is that sense of like, why can't I just be done with it? And it's like, that's not the point. The point is not to get to the point of being healed. The point is understanding and appreciating the journey it took to get there, because that's where the lessons lie. If you were just like dropped on earth from like being unhealed to quote unquote healed, you'll end up going through like a million lessons over again, having to relive the whole cycle because you don't get the point. You can only be in alignment with growth and expansion if you're willing to put in the work to grow and expand. I just saw the sun when I split the deck. Okay. That was a lot. We're going to look at your energy now. I'm going to read Celestial Movements as well. This might be like an hour and a half long thing, which I always, whenever I say that, the reading ends up like ending shortly after I say it, but hey, that just took a lot longer than I thought it would, which is resonant for what this person seems to be going through. It's like there's an impatience. They're like, I just want to be done with it. I don't want to do this. But they do, you know? It's like, this hurts. Is kind of what I'm getting. Celestial movements. Everything is rhythm, movement, the sound of the spheres. The happy dancer has found his own and can enchant every particle of matter around him. The stars themselves come to admire him. He moves happily between obstacles, jumping lightly as he pirouettes to the hidden rhythm of his inner nature. Oracle, find this sound, let the movement guide you, and lead you along paths unknown to you. You are ready to lead the dance yourself. You can act as a guide and an example, while keeping your freedom intact. Express yourself uncensored with truth in your heart. You will not always be appreciated, but you must accept this. Interesting. So, actually, it's really interesting the way that these cards are lined up, because it seems like with multiple realities, this seems like your person's energy where they're starting to recognize that there's more than what they've allowed themselves to see in the past. They're starting to understand that like the world that they've created was from a place of trauma and from a place of pain, a place of comfort, a place that like they were able to navigate because they got so accustomed to that world. And now they're seeing that there's other ways of being, there's other, which that could be like being open to the idea of spirituality. I don't really know. I can't say for sure what this person's beliefs are, but it's just them opening their eyes to the fact that they don't have to exist in the cycles that they have been. They can change what is possible. It's reminding me of the message that I said at the beginning of the reading yesterday, where it's like, you can't change the past, but you can change the future. I think this person's starting to come to that realization and starting to see what's possible for them. But with celestial movements, that feels like your energy, where you're kind of just like going with the flow of life, really diving into this feeling of expansion within yourself and really exploring what it means to be you, what it means to exist in the way that makes you happy. This energy of like self-confidence and just pure love and bliss and joy and whimsy. Like it's giving such childlike energy. I don't know. Like look at how happy he is. He's dancing with the fucking squirrels and shit. Daisies could be significant, I think, or no, those are tulips. We're not going to use the Light Visions Tarot. I feel called to switch decks. Do I? Yeah, we're going to use the Wanderer's Tarot. Are we? What am I feeling? I don't feel called to any of these decks. Why do I not feel called to any of these decks? This is fucking weird. That might sound silly, like, to be so... I don't know, I've never not been called to a deck in a reading. What do I even do for you? How do we read on your energy? What is going on with you? What is this? Why are we doing this? I don't know. That could even like that's a weird way. I don't know. It feels like that's a little synchronistic with what that card was saying of like really finding your rhythm. That fucking threw me off. I need a moment to sit with these cards, because it feels like there's something deeper there. Oh, there's a fox, and those aren't squirrels. It's a fox and a... What are those called? It's not a ferret, but what are these animals? These little guys. They're not prairie dogs. Is it an otter? It looks like an otter. Like, it's so long. Look at that. Does that not look like an otter? What is it doing on land? I'm really taking note of the difference between the way these two cards are conveying themselves. Because this card, this person's like dancing freely. They're just having a good time. But this person's like about to take on a battle. And, you know, there's such like a contrast in the intensity, in the way that like, it felt like I had to, I didn't have to, but when I was pulling for your person's energy, it feels like they are really fucking going through it, like really, really going through the trenches of their inner world, taking on stuff that they haven't previously or have been kind of setting to the side. And now they have to pull out their knife and fight a little bit. And you're just kind of like free. And I say that because of that sense of like, it's like, what deck do we use today? There's not a care in the world. Like, why? That's such an interesting contrast. We're going to pull Wanderer's Tarot. God, I still am just not sure. This is so weird. I've never experienced something like this. Like, I can't channel for you. What is going on with you? I don't know what to do with myself. I'm going to pull another Oracle card just to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit. Spirit, can you give me a hand? What is going on? What's the message here for the person watching this video? I almost feel like there's this sense that the perfume of the divine. Oh my God. I just got full fucking body chills when this card came out. You know what this is trying to say? Stop turning to readings. And I don't say that like from this point of like spiritual bypassing or anything. I'm not going to pull cards because I'm telling you, if I did, it would be a disservice. The biggest thing that Spirit is conveying here is you just need to trust this feeling of whimsy. Lean into that. Lean into that joy. Lean into the fact that you have done the work to get to this reality of bliss. And I only say that if you are someone who has done this work and has been working tirelessly for a long time to have this sense of peace. Spirit doesn't want you to focus on what else you need to do because you've done it. And instead, live your life with the divine in mind and take note of the synchronicities you see. The perfume of the divine is all about finding that loving energy of source in everything. Lean into your spiritual existence. I don't know. You've done it. I've never had a reading like this. This is so crazy. I don't know if you can tell how blown away I am by this. Every time I was looking at a deck, Spirit was just like, no, don't pull from that deck. Don't pull from that deck. Don't pull from that deck. I'm going to read this for you. Magical scents take us through the doors of perception. Inspiration comes when we let ourselves go. Having reached the heart of being, here the oracle disappears and is in the hole to listen to its voice. The Lord, whose oracle is at Delphi, does not say or hide, but indicates, becoming a pure channel for the sense of the cosmos. He can feel the celestial spheres. This is the source of every inspiration that can lead to immense visions. It is the time to listen. And I'm also just noticing the way that the Celestial Movements card Celestial Movements literally is the card after the Perfume of the Divine. They both talk about the celestial spheres. This is the source of every inspiration that can lead to immense visions. It is time to listen. The sign of silence that allows you to hear the other. His true voice that is like an intense scent. Oh my goodness. The oracle, do not reveal what you know. You have a secret to keep. You can only give advice if you are truly in tune with who is in front of you, but you can receive advice with gratitude from a person who speaks with the voice of the gods. Now, what this is especially conveying to me is this sense of stop looking for guidance from other people, from tarot readers, from anyone outside of yourself, because now is the time where you have come into being with yourself, and now you get to be that guide. You get to be that guide for yourself. You know, you have all of the tools you need to move forward. And the guidance that you're looking for is nowhere else but within you. And it's not even guidance that you just need to allow the divine to show you the way to where you need to be. And I wouldn't even worry about anything going on outside of the beautiful world you've built for yourself. Embrace it. Allow the divine to show you how good it can get. That's the affirmation for this video. Show me how good it can get. Oh, wow. And non-ordinary action comes before the perfume of the divine. That is crazy. Oh, it's so funny because there's this energy of doing things out of the expectation of what people expect, where people would take non-ordinary action in order to feel the perfume of the divine, to get to this energy of celestial movements, the dancing freedom. What you've done is found your peace and freedom, and now it's guiding you to the steps that you need to take, this non-ordinary action that you're going to have to take. This is crazy, the way this is all coming together. I'm blown away by this. You are literally embodying the non-ordinary action card by existing in this way, by getting to where you are now. You are the guide. You are the oracle. I'm not even the oracle of sorts today. It's you. This is you are the guide. Show us all the way. You are leading the charge. Let's read non-ordinary action. Let's see what this card has to say. All meaningful actions are part of a rite that connects us with the gods and their altar. Worship resides in the rejoicing heart, which brings its light to all beings wherever space and time pervade. The altar we adore is guarded. The lion watches over it and drives away the profane. The oracle says, it is the right time to celebrate and honor your connections with the sacred and the gods. Be honest with yourself about your intentions and rely solely on your inner guidance to help you create meaningful experiences. Select what is really important, limit your worldly life, dedicate yourself to what really matters in your work, love and friendships. Do not get lost in the futility of encounters and invitations. And oh gosh, my phone is at 10%. What I'm also getting from this, which I heard from a reading I listened to today, was this need to stop relying on any outlets outside of yourself. This could be social media, people that bring you down, or even just habits that restrict you. I feel like the guidance that so many different things are trying to pour at you are not going to... if anything, they're going to throw you off your balance because it gets you questioning what you believe, what your intuition is telling you. And now is the time, we've been saying it for a while, this need to trust your intuition. But truly, you need to understand that your intuition is the compass. It is exactly what is going to get you where you want to be. And in order to align with the reality you want to be in, which is kind of what you're already in, but to get to the places that you want to be in, the spaces that are going to align you with your goals, you have to trust yourself and stop allowing other people to tell you there's no secret trick to any of the things that you are trying to do. The secret is that you have to do it. You have to trust yourself, take that action, trust that you have a connection with the divine in such a way that you don't need anyone to tell you what to do, where to go. Because you're inside, you already know what is in alignment for you, what is going to take you where you need to be. And all you have to do is be open to it. All you have to do is be receptive to that. And also with that, if people are, there's sort of a sense of power in that, because by you having such trust in yourself and having such trust in the universe, having such trust in your path, the way things are meant to unfold, you kind of act as this like beacon of where people can end up. This allows you to be that guide, like I was talking about. You act as the guide for people, which maybe even a guide for this person who's like wandering through realities right now, trying to find their way. I don't know. I wanted to pull cards on the way that, like, how you two relate to each other because it feels like you had some sort of connection in the past, but I don't know. I'm not going to pull tarot because I feel like I'm hearing it's too much medicine. Because, like, truly, there's a need to trust the process, to trust that God has things working in your favor. Whatever in your favor looks like for you. Give me just a moment. I'm going to go grab the Moonology cards. I could have paused the video, but hey. Is it in here? Yeah. I'm pumped about this though. This energy is crazy. I've never encountered a being like this in my readings. You are like high council type shit, like galactic royalty. And I'm not the type to use terms like that, but you are, like, this is giving such chosen one energy. Like, you are the guide. You are the oracle. It's a time to lean into your passions, your creative aspirations. I went to the store the other day and I got Earl Grey tea. I haven't had Earl Grey tea in like 5 months, 6 months, or at least like at my house. And I feel like I am returning to myself being able to have Earl Grey tea, because I used to start my morning every single morning with Earl Grey. And I didn't realize how much I missed it, but I like, every time I take a sip, I want to like fucking cry. I fucking love this. It's my favorite kind of tea. It's so tasty. We're just going to pull some Moonology cards, mostly because of the lunar eclipse energy that we just had. I feel like there's exactly what you need to hear is going to come out. The energy is gaining momentum. A personal issue reaches resolution, kind of resonates with that Five of Wands reverse energy. It's time to take action. Take action towards yourself, your path, your life. Prioritize like the things that are important to you. Take your aspirations seriously. Take your aspirations seriously. Take time to breathe out. Again, that idea of like finding centeredness, and expect powerful change. If you're spending energy thinking about this person who's wandering through realities, I don't necessarily want to say quit it, but kind of just have faith that they will find their way. Because if anything, your faith means the world. It would mean the world to me. Nothing will come of this situation. Expand on that. It's always a card I never know how to interpret because it could mean so many different things. Adjustments are required. Yeah, exactly. I think it's that idea that like if you spend all of your energy worrying about this person and hoping that they do the right thing, you're kind of like sending out this energy of uncertainty to the universe. And it's almost like because you're a master manifestor, you're going to create more conflict and strife and like difficulty for this person by worrying about them. And instead, you need to just trust the process and trust that everything's going to work out the way it needs to. Trust that they're going to find their way. Trust that you are finding your way, that you are on your like highest timeline. Even if emotions are running high, like take time to breathe out and don't allow like anything to throw you off your kilter, your balance. Like, confidence is your key to success. That is exactly what I'm saying. Confidence is your key to success. You have to just trust that everything is going perfect. And I'm telling you it is. We'll pull one more. Prosperity lies ahead. Exactly. And a fiery climax approaches. I don't know. We're nearing the end of Pisces season, so that's a lot of cards. We're not going to read all those. I saw your commitment is being tested. I feel like it's your commitment to yourself, your commitment to the divine. Maybe your commitment to this person if you want this person to be in your life. But most of all, like it's your commitment to the divine. Like by you bringing love into the situation and just like putting it out there that you're like, I have absolute 100% confidence that this is all going perfectly. You are like aligning with that timeline that says that everything is going perfectly, and you won't be attached to any outcome. You're just like, I know that everything's going right. Nothing can go wrong if you don't have an expectation of what right looks like. Just trust the process, pour love into yourself, pour love into the people around you, and fucking pursue yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. A new start is coming. The answers you need are coming. Don't let pride get in your way. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that provided some confirmation or clarity on what you already intuitively know. This was a powerful reading. I've truly never, it's actually so interesting the way the contrast showed between this person and your energy. Because I literally in the beginning of the video, I was talking about how I've been doing more like standardized spreads to kind of forcing myself to be a beginner again. I just saw 222 as I said that. And I feel like that resonates for what this person is experiencing. Like they feel like a beginner in this new world. They're having to like really go back to the basics and relearn everything they thought they knew about the world. But you're in such a like, oh my God, you're in such a powerful energy that you don't even need spreads. That was pure channeling for you. Like Spirit is speaking to you, and you can hear what they say by looking around you and feeling around you. You're not necessarily going to hear words, but you will hear them speak. But I think it shows what that contrast is between you and this person, where you have to just allow them to walk their journey as this beginner in this kind of energy, this sort of world that you are already the master of, and you're kind of setting an example in that way by embodying that master energy, and saying like, it's possible to get here. Look at me. I don't even need cards anymore. Clearly. And which I did pull Moonology, but like those are affirmations more than anything. Like I don't know. You're fucking powerful, and I hope you own that for yourself and recognize how fucking powerful you are, and maybe trust that you know what's best for you. Maybe it's time you leave doubt completely behind, and you just trust that everything goes the way everything works out in your favor no matter what. I love you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. This energy is incredibly powerful. I'm very, very, very blown away with the way this reading unfolded. I'm very grateful you let me read into your energy. I hope this was able to provide some confirmation or clarity on what you already intuitively know. I think I said that already. If you want to book a personal reading with me, which honestly I don't recommend if you're resonating with the latter energy, because you need to just trust yourself and trust that you know how to navigate these situations. But if you do want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by reaching out on Instagram at Full Mental Alchemy with an underscore before and after. Any other messages? if you're in the Reno area, I'm playing a show on March 20th. I'm doing an acoustic set with some friends of mine, so you should come out. It's going to be at Midnight Coffee.